Mr. Speaker, the response from Number 10 yesterday seemed to be that their whole argument is, we did it because you guys did it. But, Mr. Speaker, I'm old enough to remember a fresh-faced Prime Minister coming into Downing Street promising change. Justifying their action based on things that we've done doesn't really seem like the change that we were promised, now does it? Mr. Speaker, we are learning the lessons of why we lost the election, but this government seems to be taking lessons from the worst bits of our record. And not just ours, the last Labour government too. It's like the greatest hits of government mistakes being replayed in just 100 days. Cronyism? Is it Blair? No. It's the fresh-faced Labour government giving civil service jobs to donors. A gross betrayal of pensioners. Is it Brown? No. It's the new Chancellor deciding that those on £13,000 are rich and don't need their winter fuel payments. Rampant politicisation of our institutions. Was this something they'd accused Boris Johnson of? Mr. Speaker, no. It's the Chancellor again saying this weekend that the ex-Prime Minister and Chancellor will have to answer to the OBR, despite the OBR saying that the report has nothing to do with previous ministers and led Times to argue that the OBR has been reduced to, and I quote, the provisional wing of the Treasury Press Office. Disrespectful statements emanating from Number 10 about your decisions, Mr. Speaker. Not us, but the Number 10 Press Office just yesterday. And potentially breaching the ministerial code with abandon about budget leaks. Right again, it's this government. Their false piety has been breached so comprehensively by the Downing Street parcel scandal and crony appointments to the civil service. Their hypocrisy has been laid bare for all to see. Yet still, they bleat on about the Tories like some broken spell they try to mutter over and over again in an attempt to conjure up the old magic. But it's not going to work. Labour are so obsessed with playing political games that they find themselves, Mr. Speaker, going into the budget simultaneously claiming that the Conservatives spent too much, but they also spent too little. It's nonsense. So, Mr. Speaker, the question that I want to ask the opposition today is who is going to take responsibility for the budget leaks and what assessment have they made of whether this is a breach of the ministerial code?
Minister.